Okay, so for my concert response for Music 324, I decided to go to the Chesterton High School Orchestra concert, and it was really interesting. The way the orchestras are set up, there's an intermediate and an advanced orchestra, so you can see the talent difference levels. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but the advanced orchestra obviously plays more complicated pieces than the intermediate orchestra. So there were a lot of things you could see throughout the concert. There were changes in beat, changes in rhythm. So one of the things I noticed was there was a medley of 4 songs, which was Halloween Spooktacular, and that was a mashup of 4 different Halloween themed songs, and there was a lot of difference in speed in that, and I don't know if the pieces, when they move from song to song, if the tempo changes and like kind of accelerates and then decelerates, or if students were just kind of like a few of them were speeding up so the whole orchestra sped up, because I know sometimes that happens. So I did notice that, but overall, like, there really weren't that many problems with tempo and like speed and stuff. There was a song called Darkened Shadows for the advanced orchestra, where the theme of the song is that they are looking at like shadows, and they're like hiding in the shadows and then scaring you, because it's like a spooky Halloween themed concert. And so through that, you could see there were a bunch of different dynamics. So the song would start off really slow and soft, and then like it would build up suspense, and then it would become really, really loud to like scare the person. So that was really cool to see the change in dynamics there. And obviously students need to know like the difference between rhythm and beat and important things like that. They played a song, This Is Halloween, and that's from the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas. And with this song, it was very articulate. There were a lot of short notes, so like with strings, you like stop the bow in between. And if you think about like the melody of that song, you are like, it's very short and like, this is Halloween. And so it was cool to see that the orchestra was really able to put that into motion. They performed really well, in my opinion. The combined piece that the intermediate and advanced orchestra did was the Monster Mash, and there is a narrative that goes over the Monster Mash, of course, and they had the assistant principal of the high school doing the narrative, so I thought that was really cool. It was a fun piece. Overall, this concert had like a very fun kind of theme to it, so it's Halloween themed, it's fall themed, so there's not a lot of pressure of you have to play this perfectly. It was more of a, hey, we're gonna go out there, play as well as we can, and have fun with it. So with the presentation, I mean, they did Halloween themed. They had a dress their Sunday best or Halloween themed. So like the bass section of the advanced orchestra was dressed in like white sheets for like a sheet ghost. And then this concert overall was like more fun than work, in my opinion. It seemed like all the students that were up there were having a good time. And the theme obviously was like dressing up and having fun and like Halloween and stuff. In terms of connecting this to education, obviously students are learning a lot about musical terms, how to play, musical talents and stuff. So it's very close to what we're doing in our class. So we're learning how to play the ukulele, the recorder, we're learning what the different musical elements are and such. And so it's cool to see that what I'm learning now is like applicable to what we're going to be doing. Also at the same time, as an elementary education student, I need to make sure that my students are getting the best education they can, so I'm trying to incorporate music into my curriculum as much as possible. But at the same time, the more you incorporate this musical interest in students, the more it sparks that interest, and then they want to become involved in musical organizations. So it's really important that I like let my students see, like, hey, this is what rhythm and beat are, this is what dynamics are, look at this song, isn't this really cool? And show them that they can like make that music eventually and become involved in the school. So overall, the concert was really good. I really liked it. And it was cool to see, after having taken this part of this music class, how to look at songs differently, because now I know, like, in terms of education, there's more things to look at. So that's my response for this concert.